Hello you guys, welcome to part 2 of my how to approach, sorry this is really quick, how to approach customers in the club in regards to getting a lap dance. So I was recording this before and then my phone decided to cut off because I think I ran out of storage. So we're gonna get back into it and I'm gonna try to make it brief. All right, so the group response, okay, or the group approach. So basically you want to talk to all of them at the same time without being too personal about it. Like you don't have to get everyone's name, but when you're walking them to the back, then yeah, of course, be like, oh, what's your name again, you know. So basically walk up to them and you're talking, you guys having a good time, like thank you for coming out, would any of you guys like a lap dance? You could also say who's ready for a one-on-one, and you could look at them all at the same time, show off your body and stuff. And then if you take one to the back, after you come out, you can be like, hey, who's ready to go next? Who's next? You know, don't do that, that's corny. If you want to, go ahead. But no, yeah, just like, don't take one back and then walk away. Because I used to do that when I first started dancing. I would like take one person back, be like, all right, I approached the group, I'm good. And it's like, no, like there's 5 more guys there. Get more money, you know? And you could, if you're out there having fun with them, if they're paying you, you don't need to go back for a lap dance. But if you're like not making any money from them, you could just be like, I'm having so much fun out here. But we can have more fun in the back. Who's coming with me for like a little one-on-one, you know? Okay, that's the same page from last time. Okay, I already talked about that. So if there's an occasion, you can build off of that. So if somebody graduated, someone's birthday, someone's getting married, you can build off of that. And you know, the person who's being celebrated, focus on them. All right, now this is the one that I have to really remember, because I'm going to be starting this new club tomorrow, like I said in my part 1 video, and I just need to refresh myself, because getting rejected for a dance is annoying, but just learn that for every, for every 10 no's you get, you'll get 1 yes. So it's like, yeah, you can be rejected by 10 of the guys, but 1 person, or 9 of the guys, 1 person's going to say yes. Because 1 person's going to love your personality, they're going to love your tits, your ass, your stomach, your hair, whatever. They're going to love something about you, and that's going to make them want to go to the back, right? So, how to turn a no into a yes. Now, this is after you ask them and they said no. Not just you walked up to them and they said no to you, because people will do that, but this is after you asked for a dance already. What was I gonna say? Now, after you try these, if it doesn't work, just walk away. You don't want to be pushy, because then if they come back another time and you were pushy with them, or you were just like, oh, fuck you then, like I don't want to dance anyways, or kind of rude if they rejected you, then they're not going to dance to you if they come back and change their mind, because they're not going to change their mind. They're going to know to stay away from you, right? Because the thing is, even if somebody rejects you on Tuesday, doesn't mean they're not going to want you on Friday. Because I had this happen one time where, or a couple of times really, where somebody would reject you on one day and the next time they're like, hey, can I actually get a dance from you? Because if they see you going back and forth with guys, they're going to be like, oh damn, well she must be good, or let me see what I'm missing out on, you know? So let's see how we do that. So if they say no thank you, you could be like, are you sure? What the fuck? Are you sure? I only want a few moments of your time. Just being cutesy and sweet with it. And again, if they say no, and be like, all right, have a good night, nice talking to you, things like that. If they flat out say no, you can be like, well, I won't be here for long, I just want a little dance, I just want 1 little dance with you. And really, I would recommend only saying that if you're actually about to be out. Like if it's like your last hour of your shift and you're about to leave, then yeah, because if you say that and you're there for like 2 more hours, it's like weird if you keep on seeing them. But then again, like I've had guys say I'm about to leave when I ask for a lap dance and they stay for like another hour or so, so I guess you can do it too. But personally for me, I only use that line if I'm about to leave, because that's like, you know, your last weapon in your arsenal, so to speak, you know. If they say, I hate this response by the way, but if you come into the club and you say, oh, I just came here for a beer, then I'd be like, okay, well, don't you want the full experience? You can enjoy your beer while I dance on you, because you can take your drink to the back. This one looks so weird. Why is it bended like that? Whatever. So they can take their drink with you. They can take their drink back there with you, and you can have a drink too. You guys have like a little sip and sit, you know. So, and then if they say I'll be leaving soon, now watch how they say it. If they say it as they're putting money in their wallet and they're about to head out the door, don't even worry about it, because they're already out the way. You don't want to be like, don't be like, whoa, wait, don't go, because it's like if they want to go, just let them go. But if they say I'll be leaving soon, you can be like, oh, before you leave, do you want to let me just read from here because I can't speak English. But before you go, you need a lap dance, or just give me a few minutes so I can send you home happy. Because some guys will be like, I'm ready to go because they didn't have a good time. So if you can give them a good experience, they'll give you a good lap dance, and then maybe they won't go. Or they'll really have to go if they got to go back to work or something, you know. So yeah, these are responses for if they say they want to see other girls. So you can be like, well, my dances stand out from the rest. You don't need to look any further. You got the best dancer right here, you know. And yeah, you don't want to shut down the other girls because they're there to make money too. But you're there. That's your time to make your money. So show off and show out, right? You could also say, let's just try one, and then you can look at the other girls. So that way you still get your dancing. And if they like you, you'll get more dances. And if they're like not really feeling it, be like, all right, thank you. You know, I'm good on just one. And that's fine. It doesn't offend me. You know what I mean? Because at least I got my lap dance, and then you can get the variety. Because there's some guys who will come in and look at dances with every girl, and some guys will leave for a specific type of girl. So it's like, you just kind of feel it out. What else? So I want to see other girls. You could say, I promise once you and I go back, you won't want anybody else. Another one is, okay, this is a different response from the customer. Now, this is with extras. Now, if you do extras, I really would recommend you don't do it in the club, but then again, it is safer. So it's like, it's tough. I don't know if I made a video on how I feel about it, but I think I will. I think I will get around to that video, but we'll talk about that later. If they say, if I can't fuck, it's a no, like that's all they want. And again, this is your response if you don't do extras, right? Now, usually I just give up and I'm like, all right, have a good night. Because my whole thing is, if you say that and then I still take you to the back, even though I tell you I don't do extras, you're going to try to have your way with me, and I'm not going to feel comfortable. And then it's going to be a matter of, well, why'd you go back there with him if you weren't going to do extras? And it's like, well, I'm still here to make money, so I can try to finesse it, you know, but at least I didn't say, okay, and then I scam you. You know what I mean? So, then I can say, we can still have a good time, though. Like, we don't have to go back there and do the deed for $20. I don't do lap dances. Well, maybe I can be an exception. Let's go for one. Or you haven't danced with me. Give a little wink, you know, because they could have had one lap dance, one girl, and now they don't do lap dances ever again. But if you go back there and rock their world, exactly. If they say, I'm good, and you say, oh, I can make you feel great, you know, I think that's kind of funny, because it's like, if they say, I'm good, like, you don't want to be great, you don't want to be awesome. Anyways, if they say I've already had one, they can say, well, not with me, though, I'm different. So, yeah. Another one for the guys who are trying to get away with some shit. There's cameras back there. And I say, oh, I think it's hot knowing someone's watching us, don't you? A little voyeur. Is it voyeur or voyeur? You know, a little fly on the wall type thing, right? If they say, oh, this is kind of like I only came here for beer. I only brought enough for a beer. And you could say, oh, I know you have enough for one. That's all I'm asking for, right? Because it's like you're making them feel like they have money. Whether they do or they don't, you know, they'll make them feel cheap. They say it's not worth it. Usually I walk away from this too, because it's like, okay, so you want a lot for less. But they say it's not worth it. I say, well, how do you know if you don't try? Because if they say they had lap dances before, it's like, my dances are different, you know? Okay, so these ones are tough, and I feel like you have to be really sensitive with these ones. So if there's a regular that comes in for another girl, you want to be really careful how you approach them, right? So if they say, I'm waiting for Bubbles, you could be like, okay, well, while you wait for her, let's go for one, you know? Now, if you're cool with that person, then definitely go for it. But if it's going to cause you some problems, just be really careful. That's all I'm going to say. Or if they say, okay, I'm waiting for Bubbles, you can be like, okay, she'll be here when we get back. Just go for one, you know? If they're like, no, I really want to wait for her, then you can be like, okay, after you see her, I'll come find you. Because she could just be one of those dancers that has a regular, and they come in for her, they do a dance, and then she's on her way. So you can do it like that. Another one is, if you're cool with her and you guys can do dances together, you could say, how about I go get her and the three of us can have some fun. Boom. Okay, we did that already. Is that everything? Am I losing my place? Here we go. And this is the last page. Okay, I love that this video is like significantly shorter than the last one. So I'm waiting for Bubbles. You could be like, I'm waiting for Bubbles. You could be like, oh, she's so sexy. I would love to join you guys. Boom. Right. I'd be like, oh, that's my baby girl. We give great yeah. Why can't I speak right now? That's my baby girl. We give great dances together. Or why have one when you can have two, right? So that's all for the approaching as a combination dance. Last one. Let me make sure. Yeah. I'm waiting for my Lyft, Uber, taxi, my ride, whatever. Then you can say, do you have 4 minutes to spare before they arrive? Because it's like you want to be, like if you ever been in a taxi or a Lyft or an Uber, you had someone pick you up from somewhere, you know that people don't like to wait when they're giving you a ride. And also you don't like to make people wait. So, what's it called? So it's like, okay, while you're waiting for that ride, so you're not sitting there checking your phone, like, you know, it's so you can have a dance, kill that 4 minutes, and by the time you're done, they pay you, they get their car ride, you get your money, you get to go home happy. So I hope that helped out a lot. And like I said, I'm going to give you guys another vlog for my first day at this club tomorrow. I'm very excited. I really slept all day today. It's like, I slept all day yesterday. Now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just like, let me just make these vlogs and I'll just post them and then make another one for tomorrow. I'm excited. It's a small little club. It's like mine, but it's a little bit smaller. So tomorrow's just gonna be focused on getting a layout of the place and making my money. I'm doing like a day shift, but I can stay later because I live really far from it. So they're like, if you want to stay later, you can. So I'm looking forward to that. If I do really well before 5 o'clock, which is that shift, like 12 to 5, I'm just gonna head out because I don't like driving when it's dark outside. It's really hard for me to see. But if I need to stay, I'll definitely stay, and I'll just be like very mindful of the road and stuff like that. So yes, it's also not topless. Like we have to cover our nipples. So I'll let you know how that goes because I've been in a club like this before and I made some good money. So I think I'll do well. So see you guys later. Follow me on Instagram at